Think okay. Let me stay like this better. Better. My network is poor, but it's building now. All right, good evening, guys. Like I promised you guys, I think early this week I'll be coming up with this episode called The Chronicles. So I'm here with one beautiful lady. Sorry, her face will not be visible for security reasons. You know what I mean. So I'm going to be asking her a couple of questions about her profession, what she does, how she's been coping all these years, how she's been surviving. You understand? So I'm holding the camera like this because if I turn it full, her face will show, and we wouldn't want that, rather. So, my dear, please, can you tell us your name?
My name is Choma.
Can you speak a bit louder?
My name is Choma.
Okay, she says her name is Choma. Wait, I want to try something. I want to check something. Okay, better like this. Only my face is showing. Okay, she said she's the one sitting beside me, and I don't want her face to show, so you have to bear with me like this. Thank you for complimenting my eyes. So she said her name is Choma. So Choma, can you tell us where you're from, please?
I'm from Enugu State.
She said she's from Enugu State. And how long have you been staying in Lagos?
10 years now.
For 10 years. Okay. So what made you go into this kind of business that you're doing? Like, you understand?
When you look at the situation of your family, where you're coming from, the background you're coming from, you know, it pushes so many girls, you know, into this. And when you're not contented also with what you have, what you have from your family, pushes all girls also into it.
No, I'm just saying you now personally, what pushed you? Because you're just talking for girls generally.
I wanted to make a good life for myself.
Okay, are you the one like generally taking care of yourself?
Yes.
You speak well though. You speak like someone that has been through formal education. Like you talk like a graduate, like someone that has seen the 4 walls of a school. So what happened? Is it that there are no jobs? There are no other better jobs for you to do?
There are jobs, but you know, our country, Nigeria, if you don't know people, you don't get a job. You don't get a good job.
Okay.
It's like you get all the sales girl job, they pay 10,000 naira, and when you're a graduate, you don't expect to collect 10,000 naira at the end of the month.
All right. So you're a graduate here.
Sure,
I get.
yeah.
Which school did you go to?
I finished from Legacy Polytechnic, Isalo.
Oh, Laspo Tech.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good school. Okay. So for how long have you been into this business?
For 5 years now.
For 5 years.
Yeah.
And so far so good. What would you say about it? Has it been good? Like the money for you to say you couldn't manage 10,000 naira salary. That was why I got into the business. So for the past 5 years now, have you been well paid? Have you gotten to that level you want to get to financially?
Not really. I've been off and on because I was going to school and also doing the runs. Not like I'm fully into it, like it's my everyday job. You know, I go to school and I still do runs. Yeah.
Okay. Do you do drugs?
No, I don't.
Because most people in this business, I notice that they do drugs, they smoke. What of smoking?
No, I don't. It's a thing of choice.
It's a thing of choice. What of alcohol?
I don't do such.
You don't take alcohol?
No, I don't.
You don't smoke?
No.
And you're into runs?
Sure.
So how do you, like, you club now, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
So when you go to the club, what do? You just
dance.
You just dance with them and...
Yes, and follow men home.
Wow, okay. So in a day, let's just say in a day, how many men do you sleep with in a day?
It depends. If there's customer, I can sleep 5.
In a day?
Yeah.
That's if there's customer?
Yes.
And when
5.
there is no customer?
When there's no customer, 1, 2.
Okay, what's the pay like? Like, for a whole night, there's one they call quickie. Where was the half time? I'd be short time.
Yeah.
Like that one, how much do you charge for it?
5,000 for short time.
5,000 for short time.
Yeah.
Okay, what if the person wants you the whole night? How much?
10,000-15,000.
10,000-15,000. And you sleep, let's just say you sleep with a man, 5 men every day for like 30 days in a month. And then you get, let's just say you get 5,000 naira from like all night. That's okay. In a day, you're certain to get that 10-15K.
Not really, because they don't stand on the queue to wait for you. You have to hustle for them.
How do you hustle for them?
You talk to them, talk to them on what you do, like this is what I can do, and
okay, do you stand on the streets? Like, do you stand outside the club like other girls?
I go to the club.
You just dress up alone and go to the club?
Yes.
So when you get to the club, you start approaching men yourself?
When you get to the club, you dance, and when they look at you, like, when they get attracted to you, they will call you and you talk to them on what you can do.
Okay, when you just do you make eye contact? Like, sometimes I've been to the club a couple of times and I see girls sitting down on their own, and then before you know it, they start dancing with a particular man, and from there, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Before you know it, the guy will go and the girl will just follow him home. So what I'm trying to know is how does it work? Like, how do you feel going home with a stranger you've never, somebody you don't know from Adams? You just prepare and then follow the person home to his house without fear of
of the unknown.
Yeah.
Runs is a thing of risk, and just like they used to say, if you don't take risk, you don't succeed.
Okay, so you see it as risk.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody asked this question: do you do weekly STD tests, like sexually transmitted disease? Do you run tests for it weekly?
No, monthly.
You do monthly?
Yeah.
And have you contacted any disease?
No.
So far, no disease, no, nothing.
I use protection, so I don't.
Okay, wait. You use protection for all the men you sleep with?
Sure.
What of some men that are so into skin to skin that really hate protection? How do you go about that?
You don't. It's a matter of choice. I don't do it, so I don't do it. I don't do it, and you don't force me because of your money. No.
Okay. Someone said, if you don't drink, how do you acquire enough energy to sleep with so many men, as much as 5 men?
Drinking doesn't give you the energy. You can't say that drinking doesn't give you the energy. Naturally, if you're strong, you should be able to like sleep with 5 men. Not saying, if anybody should tell you that drinking gives him or her energy. That's a big lie.
Okay, that's why okay. So someone said, why go through this very, very big risk just to make money? Are there no other ways? Are there no other better ways?
There are better ways, but with Nigeria that we are and the family we come from at times, they don't care. Like, yes, they don't care. They don't care to know if you're feeling good. Like, I have brothers that are very rich, but they don't give a fuck. They want like all to themselves. You understand? So I don't want that. I don't want someone to start begging someone like, brother, help me with it. I can't do that.
All right, I understand. So Achuko Namdi asked this question. He said, how do you cope with some men that are ritualists? Because so many men use call girls for their rituals. So how do you cope? How do you know the ones? Or it's still part of taking that risk?
It's part of taking risk.
You just, like, you go within your mind, you feel your, as in, whatever comes.
If you're okay, like, you're being moved, like, go, you should go. You should have something that leads you, like, okay, should I go? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You don't just go with anybody you see. Because so many people will come to approach you, and it's not left to you to make your choice that should I go with this person.
Wow. Okay. So far you've been in this business for 5 years, like you said. Mm-hmm. What is the most terrible encounter you've come across?
Oh, the most terrible encounter I've inquired in this business for 5 years now. The day I followed a guy home to a hotel.
Okay.
When we got to the hotel, well, after having the first
round,
the first round. I slept over. I was weak. Someone that came back from the hotel, from the club. Sorry. I was very weak. And before you know it, the guy left, opened the door of the hotel and left. When I woke up in the morning, he has not paid me. Someone that was in the room with you.
Wow.
You should believe that. Definitely.
You paid.
But waking up, looking at your side, checking the bathrooms and everywhere, and he's nowhere to be found.
Wow.
That was like the worst experience I've ever had.
He didn't pay you.
I wasn't having transport fare. I had to beg at the bus stop, like, please, someone should help me with transport before I got to my house.
Wow, okay. And then you had to, it was more like he just had sex with you for free.
For free, yeah.
More like somebody coming to steal your goods without paying. Oh, now I understand. Okay. That's the worst so far, yeah?
Yeah.
So how much? Let's just say in a day, you say you make sometimes short time is 5K, and then sometimes you make 10 to 15K for the whole day break. Yeah. So in a day, let's say how much have you made? What was the highest amount you've made in a day?
50, 40, depends.
In a day, but it doesn't come every day, yeah?
It doesn't come every day. Not
Okay.
every day thing.
Okay. Do you live in a hotel or you have your own house?
I have my own house.
You have your own house.
Yes.
Okay. Someone said, can you be paid huge money for you to have skin to skin sex?
No.
Without condom?
No.
No matter the amount?
No matter the amount, I don't.
You don't do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone also asked, do you come out at night when you're seeing your period? Do you also have sex during your period?
No.
You don't?
Yeah.
Okay. So someone said, with the funds you have raised, Chemeka Bob said, with the funds you have earned, do you see a future where you do other meaningful things with your life apart from this?
Sure.
Okay, so if you would want to stop this business now, what other things you think you excel in?
When I was in school, just like as I told you, it was like a part-time stuff. I was going to school and also doing runs. Then
Okay.
I was selling wares. I was into clothing.
Okay.
So if I should leave this for now, with the money that
Okay.
I've acquired for now, I think I should be able to open a shop.
Okay, so when do you plan to open this boutique, or do you still have more time to do this, or you want to stop anytime soon, or you're not ready to stop anytime soon?
No, if you don't have targets, if you're doing runs and you don't have target, that means you don't know what you're into. You have to have targets. So
you have to have target.
Yes,
okay.
you have to have target. Like, okay, this is the amount that I want. Like that, this amount can get a shop, can put goods inside the shop. So if you don't have targets, that means you're not doing anything.
Okay, but someone said this line of your business is so addictive that you cannot, no matter how much you plan to stop, even if you stop it today, one day you go broke, you realize that you can earn as much money you like from your pussy. You can just go back.
It's when you say it's addictive, is except you don't believe in prayers.
Okay.
If you believe in prayers, yes.
Okay.
If you believe in prayers, you don't say it's addictive, because someone that smokes, I've seen a chronic smoker later change to a pastor.
A pastor,
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So you don't tell me that it's addictive, that I cannot live it. No.
Okay.
No. What if I get married tomorrow? Do you want to tell me I will still be into this?
Are you planning to get married tomorrow?
Sure.
You want to get married tomorrow, okay? Sure. And then you plan to have children too?
Of course.
Have you done any abortion?
Yes.
How many abortions have you done?
Like twice.
Twice, okay. When you did those abortions, do you know the father of the child?
Sure, I do.
Okay, because you told me earlier that you don't do skin to skin. So how come were you able to get pregnant?
They were my boyfriend. They were my serious dates.
Okay. You do these runs and you also have serious boyfriends.
Yes, sure.
Do they know you're into this kind of business?
No.
They don't know?
They don't.
But they see you as their serious girlfriend as well?
Yeah, as a good girl.
Yeah, and then they believe you work.
Yes, they do.
But they don't know the kind of job you do.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so when you got pregnant, before you removed it, were they aware of it?
Yes, they were.
But you had to remove it because it will affect your line of business, or?
No, because we're not ready for marriage.
So if they were ready for marriage, you'd have kept the pregnancy and married them.
Of course.
And married one of them, rather.
Of course.
What if you had gotten married and still continued in this business?
It's not possible.
You will not?
It's not possible. That's why I said if you believe in prayers, when you're into runs, you should know that, okay, if I'm doing this and I need to stop this, that means you have to go for deliverance. That's why I say if you believe in prayers, everything is possible.
Okay. So what if you one day, because definitely, do you believe in love?
Sure, of course.
What if one day you fell in love, you met this man and fell so much in love with him, and that you would be willing to stop this life, and would you be willing to stop this kind of life and then focus solely on him, even when he's not married to you yet? Would that be possible? Can you do it for love?
I can. Sure, I can.
You can. Okay. Can that love also make you share your past experiences with him?
Why not?
You'll be able to open your mouth and tell your lover that you were once a rose girl.
If he loves you back, you
were once a prostitute. Do you understand what you are saying?
Yes. If he loves you back.
Wow.
Like it's not just you loving him, but if
Nigerian men.
If he loves you back, he'll be able to take any shit from you. Okay.
So having sex with these your customers, and then sleeping with your main boyfriend, are there any differences, or they just feel the same?
Sure, there's difference. Sure.
Okay.
Sleeping with someone you don't know, I don't think you should say you have any feelings for them. You understand? Just like, just do your thing and just pay me and get out. You understand?
Yeah. Or you don't attach any emotions to it.
Yes, to it. But sleeping with your boyfriend, you know, like, this is a skin-to-skin thing and this is a love issue or matter. You understand? So there's two big difference in it.
The abortions you did, were they... did you use pills or that normal one D&C they do in the hospital?
The D&C, because pills is not really good.
Okay, you did the D&C.
Yeah.
Then that D&C, don't you think it could damage your womb? Because I've heard so many cases where a lot of people said they were D&C gone wrong and they are not able to, it damaged their womb. They later got married and they were not able to give birth again.
That I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not yet married, so I can't say that for now.
All right. Okay, someone asked this question. Obide Chinyere Lucy said, when you eventually get married, would you feel bad when your husband cheats on you with a prostitute?
I can't feel bad because it's their nature.
It's their nature, yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Mo Alozamaka said, how old are you?
I'm 25.
25, okay. Okay, now someone asked, have you done threesome? Have you done threesome ever? Like 2 men pays you for a night and you sleep with 2 of them same time, same place?
No.
You've not?
Yeah.
But would you be willing to do it if you get paid for it?
No.
Have you ever been raped before? Like, have you, in this business though, I don't mean to ask about the past before I started this business, like, because there are still some cases where guys would maybe at some point to change your mind that I know they do again. I don't want, if I withdraw your money, I've lost interest. Even people in this business to have a choice. They have a mouth, they can speak out here. So has someone ever foxed you, has forcefully had sex with you?
No.
No at all?
No.
Okay. Someone said, this Arthur Charles HS says, how do you feel knowing you're always cheating on your boyfriend, even when you said you're in love?
I feel very bad. Because he doesn't know what I do.
He doesn't know what you do, yeah?
Yeah, so I feel very bad whenever I'm alone.
So now, is this that same guy that impregnated you that you're still dating or someone else?
No, someone else.
Okay, you're dating someone else now. And that person doesn't know that you're into this.
Sure.
What does he do? Does he not help you out, like, financially, like, sort you out once in a while?
He does that. But, like, if I want to make my hair, I'll call him, like, I want to make my hair. You ask, okay, how much is your hair? If I say 10,000, you can offer to give you half. And that's just like what I said from the beginning, when you're not being contented. You understand? Because if you're contented with the 5K, you should be able to make a good hair.
Okay,
but you know the Nigeria we are today, you want to make Brazilian
want to wear
Brazilian hair.
Exactly.
So that's been contention.
Yeah, I understand.
Not being contented.
So meaning that you're probably this kind of person that wants to just meet up with the society, meet up with life. Like your fellow girls are putting on Brazilian hair, you also have to step up your game. They are using expensive phones, you also have to get such phones too.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. So Chamaka asked this question. Chamaka Sunshine said, do you kiss them? Your customers?
I don't, because I don't even like it.
You don't like kissing?
I feel irritated.
But do you kiss your boyfriend?
I do.
Oh, okay. But you don't kiss your customers?
No, I don't.
What if they insist?
Then you go. I don't. That's one thing I don't do.
Okay, someone said, how much have you made so far in this business? Can you tell us?
I can't say that because, you pay bills.
Yeah, okay, you cannot bring the... I understand.
Yeah,
I
can't say that. You pay bills, like you sort your rent, clothes,
yeah,
so
utilities,
I can't just tell
and
you in total this how much that I've made.
Oh, okay, I understand. But to you, there's money.
Yeah.
You make money.
Yeah.
Okay, now, don't you think it's high time you left this business and put that money you've made so far in good use?
Yeah, that's why I said if you don't have plan, like I said, I have plan for myself and I'm stopping it. Like I'm giving myself from now to next month. I'm stopping it.
From now, are you sure?
Yeah,
or is it because you're doing this live and you're just saying?
No.
Okay, Freddie Jack Michael said, do you give head? Do you do blowjobs?
I don't.
Even when you're well paid?
I don't.
Okay, you don't do blowjob?
No, I don't.
Someone said, can you manage 20,000 naira salary, monthly salary?
No. I can't because if I should manage rent, I pay rent, so I can't.
Yeah, okay. Someone says, Achuko Namdi says, if you get a better paid job, can you quit this present job you're doing?
Sure.
You're sure?
Very sure.
Okay. So someone said, so for the past 5 years, you've not gotten money to start up a business.
Just like as I said, it was a part-time stuff. It's not like I don't do it. I don't stay in a hotel. I don't stay in a brothel. So it's people that stay in the brothel that you ask such question. Not for someone that do it like a part-time stuff. You go to the club in the night, and going to the club is not like an everyday thing. You get.
So someone also asks, do you do anal, like
anal sex?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Someone also asks, have you ever stolen a customer's money or gold?
Money, yes, because some of them at times the ones that are drunk, you understand? When they are drunk, you know that okay, this person is having so much money in his pocket. Let me check how much he's having. If he's having like 60, 100,000, okay, let me move like 10,000. If he has promised to give you 10,000, move 10.
You move 10, so in total you are getting 20.
Yeah.
And then he will never find out.
No.
What if he later finds out and then comes to look for you again at that same spot?
You deny because there's no evidence.
Okay, you deny him, Abi?
There's no evidence.
Okay.
Did you catch me doing it?
Yeah, it's true. So someone said, one Miata said, how many rounds can you go in bed? 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Charity Neye said, will you encourage your own daughters to engage into this kind of business? And if you find out they are into such, what will you tell them?
Oh, that's my prayer every day and night. I used to tell myself that I want to stop. God, that please help me, that this should stop from me. Not when I give birth, my child should do such. No, I want to encourage my child to do that.
Okay, Tagboale said, asked if the ones you said you slept with and impregnated you, as in the serious boyfriends.
Yeah.
Do you run some tests with them, like go to lab to make sure that they are safe before you start doing skin to skin with them?
Yes.
And then he also asked, what if you get a nice man that wants to do skin to skin with you? Would you agree to go to lab with him to make sure he's safe?
I'm not interested because I don't know him.
Okay, you don't know him, so okay. So this one says, what would be your reaction when your husband or relative is one of your customer? Like maybe one night you're just standing here in the club and sitting dancing, nodding your head to one techno music like that, and then somebody walks up to you to check this fine girl, and you looks up to him and he happens to be your relative, your cousin, or maybe your boyfriend or something.
That should be the worst experience if that should happen, you know. I would pray that like the ground should open and swallow me up, because I would just believe that it will happen. Okay.
Achukonamdi said, can you marry a guy that is not that into sex? Can you cope with such a man that doesn't really like sex?
Of course, I'm not a sex addict anyway. You don't see girls as sex addicts. No, most of us, we don't even like sex. We do it because of money.
Okay, you just do it because of money. It doesn't mean you like sex.
No.
Okay. David says, have you ever tried traveling out of Nigeria to do these runs?
No.
You've never had any intention of traveling out of?
No, I've got offers, but I've not done that.
Yeah. So one Francis said, have you ever thought of being, as in what your reaction would be if you ever get yourself caught up with a ritualist?
I don't pray for such, and if I should have such experience, it's just like God should take.
Amen.
I don't know.
Amen. I don't wish that for you too.
Thank you.
And someone says, Charles Biafra Onuzulike said, how do you feel when you are on your period, knowing that your business will be shut down for some days?
I feel very bad.
And then when you're in your period, do you go out? As in, do you go to club or something?
No, I don't, because I know that's like, man, that's time. You just have to like keep yourself, you know.
Okay.
As a woman.
Okay. Someone said, do you get wet during sex with a customer?
No, not at all.
So if you don't get wet,
for them,
then how do you cope? Because I know a vagina is elastic and you have to have fluid before a penis goes in freely. Okay. So if you don't get wet, how do you do it? Do you use lubrication? Okay, use lubricants. You apply something to it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay, someone said, no, Funsha, she's 25. She has said her age. And then someone said, how much, do you charge a customer a night? You've answered that before. You said 10-15,000 is for a night.
Yeah.
And then the other one, that one you do half time.
5,000.
That one is short time. That one is 5,000. And she sleeps with 5 men a day if there are customers. And she's the one that hustles her customers. She doesn't just sit down and wait for them to come to her. She goes to them. You understand? She goes to club. She dresses up and goes to club and meets up with them. So this one said, If I see you, she said she answered it. It was one of her worst experiences. someone slept with her, and the next morning she was still sleeping. After having sex with the guy sneaked out of the room without paying her, and she had no transport fare to go back home. She had to beg people for assistance. So someone said, Funsho Afelumo said, have you ever fallen in love with your customer?
Oh yeah, of course. When they come, like when they come with money, like try like buying you things, coming over and over again, like I want to see you again,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it has happened before.
Yeah.
And you grew fond of the person, you fell in love with the person.
Yes.
So how did you survive it? Like, how long did it last?
It didn't last long because it was because of the money. That was how I was liking the person.
Okay, just because of his money.
Yes.
He was always giving you money.
And always coming back.
Okay. So has someone ever booked you for a weekend? Like someone will say, okay, I want to be with you for a whole weekend.
Of course.
How much does that person pay? As in, how much do you charge for a whole weekend?
For a whole weekend, you have to charge like, okay, it depends, on the person's pocket. Some pay you by rounds.
Okay. Yeah.
Some pay you, okay, they'll tell you, okay, each round we do, I'll pay you 10,000. So if it's 10,000, so if for a whole weekend, she'll like, it gets like 100,000.
100,000. Wow, okay. For a whole weekend.
Yes, but if the person is paying for a night, you understand? Then third person, okay, for a night, you're giving me 15K. So if you're going for like a whole weekend from Friday to Sunday,
okay,
it's like 50K.
All right. So somebody said he doesn't believe because the money you're calling is too expensive.
Okay.
That we are in Nigeria, you getting all this money. Because I heard that some prostitutes that you could pay them 1.5.
Oh really?
Yeah, to do short time with them, and then you could pay them 5,000 to do all night. Yeah.
If you're saying that means these are for girls that stay in the hotel. You understand?
Okay.
These are for girls that stay in the hotel. You understand?
Okay. So you sleep with both young guys and married men alike, yeah?
I do married men. I don't like young guys because their troubles are much.
Okay, you don't like sleeping with young guys
because of their troubles are much.
But you prefer married men.
Yes.
So when you say young guys, their trouble are much, what do you mean by their troubles are much?
When you go into a room with a young guy, they start telling you, I want this, I want that, I want this. But a matured man and a married man, he wants anything he just give him, you take.
You take, but young guys are always making.
Young guy always tell you, give me blow job, kiss me, do this, do that. No, I don't want that.
But married men are not into that.
No.
They'll just
give them.
Yes. Okay, so now the sex part in the business. How do you are you the one mostly on top of them, or they are the ones on top of you? As in most times.
Yeah, mostly I'm on top of them. Mostly.
Okay, most times you're on top of them. Okay. Someone says if you get a job of 150K per month, can you quit your job?
Why not?
As in wholeheartedly, you won't go back to it.
Why not?
So someone said if Nigerian government legalize prostitution, will you still be into it and forget your boutique business you're about to start?
No.
Yeah. So Funsho Afelumo says, tell us your best sex experience ever in this business.
Best sex experience.
The person that has fucked you, as in strapped you, like a customer that has really banged you, and they feel like, wow, this guy, I'm going to do this guy again. And anytime you see him around the club, you be clustering over him, like you want to just do this guy again because
so many guys are very good. So many men are very good on bed. You understand? So when they come, you understand, you always want to want them over and over again. When they are good to you on bed, you always want them. You understand?
Yeah.
Just like when you're selling something and someone comes and buy huge amount of things and he pays
that person will be your favorite customer. Yeah, understand.
Yeah.
Okay, now someone says Obide Chinyere Lucy said, do you reach orgasm when digging it with customers? As in, do you come?
No, I don't, because I don't have feelings for them.
But you come when your boyfriend is doing it to you.
Of course.
Okay. So someone says, Charity Neye says, why not have an end now after 5 years and start something positive?
Just like as I said, I'm stopping it soon. In the next 2 months, I'm stopping it.
Okay, in the next 2 months. Remember before I said next month.
Okay, sorry.
You said next year.
Next month, sorry.
Yeah.
Next month.
Okay, before I said next month. Okay, now next 2 months. All right. So this you're certain that you're stopping it this year.
Yes.
This year. Okay. One says, apart from the fashion business you were talking about earlier, can you work in an office?
Of course.
You can. What did you read in school?
Business
administration. Okay. This one says No, they are all these ones they are the ones joining recently, and they are asking questions that you've answered since. You understand? Says so. Somebody says Tagbale says if one of these men here watching this thing, and one of this through this interaction, the man is serious and capable to take care of you without minding whatever it is you're doing, even if he doesn't want to marry you. You understand what I'm saying? Take care of you, give you whatever I want to stop this business. Would you promise never, ever, ever, ever to go into it? As in, would you stop completely?
Of course.
You're sure?
Very sure.
Okay, someone is saying he bets that you can never quit this job.
No, really?
Yes.
You don't know me too well.
Yeah, Abi?
Yeah.
That I can never quit it.
You don't know me, so you don't say that. We are from different backgrounds, so everybody, this life is the life of choice.
Yeah.
Choice is not my choice. You have a different choice. Life is mine.
Now Davies cost 0. Onyema says, does size matter to you? Like penny size, difference on that doesn't matter.
It matters a lot. At times you go into the room, you see a dick that is like 2 times bigger than your guy's own. You like you scream, but you don't have to do anything because they're paying you.
They're paying you. Yeah.
They're paying you.
You have to just.
Matters a lot, my brother.
Okay, what if now you know everybody? You just answered and went into big dicks. Does it mean you don't see all these carrot type pennies or these tiny ones?
We see slim ones.
Yeah, and those ones that when they enter, you be asking the man, is he in? Has he gone in? Do you meet all those ones too?
We see different ones.
And how do you cope with all those ones?
My dear, there's nothing I can do about it. There are some that they only never enter your pussy.
Yeah.
But what will you do? You want them and they will come. They will go.
Okay, so someone says, Hannah H says, don't you get scared while you're with those strangers? Like scared of them using you for ritual? Like what comes into your mind when you just go home with a guy and then sleeps on his bed comfortably? Not thinking.
I don't go home with them. I don't go to their houses. I go to hotels with them.
Okay, you don't follow them to their houses?
No, I don't do that.
Oh.
Go to hotels with them.
Okay, someone is saying, Cynthia is saying, you might choose a date to stop you, but something might get you hooked up. It's better for you to stop it now. Thank you, Cynthia. She has heard your advice. And then this one said, they are all saying, so many of them are all saying, she no fit stop am, she no fit stop am, she no fit stop am. And Mochenik says, are you beautiful? Yeah, she's very, very beautiful. She's a black beauty. Very, 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 very pretty. You've not noticed that people into these runs, they're all pretty girls. Ugly girls know they do runs, so make I tell you. Then Jude Chibweze said, how much do you want to make? How much do you want to make? Like, what is your target amount before you finally say, okay, now I'm done with this prostitution business? What is your target amount?
5 million naira.
5 million? Do you know how many guys you fuck to raise 5 million naira? No, for example, sorry that I'm cutting you short. Okay, let's remove the people that book you for a weekend. That one is huge money. Let's say you fuck okay, let's just peg it at 15k per night. You go home with a guy with 15k every night, which doesn't happen every day. Do you know how many pennies go into your vagina for you to raise 5 million naira? Hey, blood of God. As in, are you aware of that? Like, have you ever, when you're thinking of the amount of money you want to make before you quit this business, and 5 million, have you ever thought of the amount of pennies that will go into you?
Sure, we think of that all the time. I think of that all the time. Sure.
Okay, you do, but it doesn't affect your decision.
No.
Wow. But do you know that 1 million naira, even 500,000 naira, could get you a good boutique business?
Of course.
And then why aiming for 5 million naira? Why not start from that 500,000 and build 1 million, or start from that 1 million and build 5 million instead of waiting for that 5 million? Because definitely, let me tell you something you don't know. If let's just say you have, I don't know how much you have in your account now, but let's just say you have like 500,000 naira in your account. Okay. You get, and you're waiting for this 500,000 naira to germinate into 1 million to keep growing as much as you're fucking every day. Okay. You get, but in as much as you're fucking every day and you're making money, you're still spending the money on yourself. Okay. You are a woman. You know, women are much more expensive to maintain than men. Yes. You have toiletries, you have your rent, you have feeding, you have other miscellaneous expenses, and you have siblings too, you have family. So how can you tell me now that money will keep growing? Because there's no how it will keep growing, because where you get the money from is through fucking, and the more you're fucking, something is going out of your body because you have things you take care of your money. So why not just come down instead of aiming so high? Because if you had a company now, you are telling me that, okay, this is my company. My aim, my target is to raise 5 million naira in 2 years, or to raise 5 million. That one is different because it's a company. But your vagina, is this vagina a company? Does your boyfriend, the main guy now you're in love with, does he not notice the differences? Like when he's having sex with you, does he not notice that your vagina is changing? Like, so it's not like this before.
No, it doesn't read meter, so it doesn't know about that. No, it doesn't read meter, yeah.
So because for you to say this 5 million naira, it doesn't seem like you want to quit.
You don't know how much I have in my account, so you don't say that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even need to ask you because nobody says how much they have in their accounts. You understand? So what I'm saying is, for you to say 5 million, it means that your taste, as they don't spoil you with money. I no go lie to you. I don't know you really, but for the things you're saying, good money don't spoil you really. If you take it or leave it, because when you say 5 million, it means that even that 5 million. What if that 5 million comes? You now start targeting for 10 million.
No. That's why I said you must have a plan. You must have a target. Yes, from the beginning I told you must have a plan and a target. If you don't have a plan, then I don't know what you're doing. As in, if you call yourself a runs girl, yeah. You must
if you don't have a plan, okay.
So
someone says if you went home with a man and then it happens that he has like bunch of money, dollars, would you just steal the money and stop prostitution and go take care of yourself, or will you steal it and put in your account and tomorrow you go back to the club again?
Oh, if I steal it, if it's a whole lot of money, if I steal it, then it's living out of the country, because the man should get you, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Okay, so if you have like do you have a child?
No.
You don't? Okay, and you're 25 years old. Are your parents still alive?
No. They are late.
Wow. How many are you? How many siblings do you have?
5.
And what number are you?
I'm the last.
Are you the last child? So you have 4 elder ones. Yeah. Where are they? Are they married?
They are all married.
Men, how many guys and how many female?
2 boys and
2 girls.
Yeah,
okay,
girls.
You are 3 girls and you're the last one.
Yeah.
So do they know that you're into this business?
No, they don't.
None of them does.
No.
They see you as that good girl.
That works.
Okay. So are they not like buoyant enough to help you financially?
Sure, just like as I said, my brothers and sisters, they are very okay. But they just want us to themselves, my family, yeah.
Okay. Obiaruko Ume said, do you combine this your business? Do you combine juju with your business to make more customers come? I told you.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't.
You've never gone to...
Never.
Okay.
Never.
So Chamaka Sunshine Ikechukwu also said, don't you think your boyfriend knew about this business and he's just taking advantage of you?
He doesn't,
maybe because he's gaining something. Close to me. Okay, he doesn't stay close to you.
Yes, he stays in another state and I stay there, so he doesn't know.
Okay, it's a distance relationship.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, now I'm going to go deeply into your sexual life now, yeah? Do you do girls?
I don't.
So you're not a bisexual?
No, I'm not.
So what if a lady comes and pays you so much money, and okay, there was one time I was just playing one prank. I think last year December, I was going, I didn't run Ogunsa and Abi. Late at night, I came out of the club and I was just going around with some guys, with my male friends. So I was stopping a couple of girls on the road. So anytime I stop them, I'll be like, please, as you can see, I'm a girl. My boyfriend and I want to take you home for the night. I stopped so just for fun,
okay.
I stopped 8 girls. All of them agreed to follow me. If I stop, their price is what always makes me not to. As in, if once they say 5,000, I'll say I have 500 or 1,000. They'll tell me, no, go, who won't collect 1,000? Though I know I will not go home with them, but it's just that price. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we'll move over again. We'll go to another area. I'll stop another girl again. So, I've not heard that. I don't think there's any runs girl that is not a bisexual.
There are so many.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
because
sure.
It's not like they are naturally bisexual, but they do it because of the money.
No.
Just like some girls that you say these girls are prostitute, but it's not like it is what they bargained in life to do. But maybe once to, just like you told me earlier now, that you have sex with men, you don't feel anything.
Okay.
That you do it because of the money. You don't like sex.
Okay.
Just like so many girls too tell you they don't like women. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So many girls.
The money I get from men is enough for me. So why should I do?
And then what if a man? Because women, what you should know is forget all these things they say about sugar daddy. You understand?
Okay.
Sugar daddy, they are giving much money and all. But you know that women, lesbians and bisexuals, you know they would give you much more money than men can give you.
Sure.
So are you trying to tell me now that if a sugar mommy comes to you and says, babe, 300,000 naira, come and fuck me in my house, you will say no?
I will say no.
You that you're looking for 5 million naira.
I will say no.
So you prefer a police to be...
I get irritated with kissing, kissing men. So why should I, or even, I don't suck. You asked me this question earlier, that do I suck? Do I give you head?
No, that one is for men. I said, do you give suck dicks?
I don't do that. So if I don't do that, why should I?
So you don't suck dicks and you don't suck pussies, and you cannot be paid any amount to suck even dick.
No.
So there is Aaron's girl that doesn't suck dick.
Of course.
Okay, I never knew. Then okay, see what Chiamaka says. Chiamaka Sunshine said all Ron's girls are into girls.
Oh really? Are you into one?
I'm okay. She said all Ron's girls are into girls. She said I know so many of them.
And you know some, you don't know all.
Yeah, she doesn't know all. She just said so many of them. She said she doesn't know all. Okay, someone says Beno Akpabio says stop this business, darling. Use what you have already to start up whatever you want to start up. Okay, now let me ask you, Beno. She says thank you. Let me ask you this one question. What if like maybe you just meet like 3 men that are wealthy, rich, sugar daddies, that are giving you maybe probably buy you a car, give you whatever you want? Will you just concentrate on the 3 of them only, or you will still be going to clubs to look for random men?
I can do that.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me ask you, if you had a younger sister, because now you're the last child, so you don't have. Before I ask you this question, let me answer this. Let me ask you this one. Chikezie Hemadu says, if you finally marry your lover, your boyfriend, and he fucks another woman and he pays her, and you get to know about it, how would you feel?
I won't feel bad, because I just like as I said from the onset, it's their nature, you understand? So I won't feel bad. All I'll always beg him is please, you should use protection. Yeah.
Okay. Do you go to church?
Of course I do.
What's the name of your church?
I attend Redeem.
Okay, Redeem Christian or the other one, Trem?
No, Redeem Christian Church.
Redeem Christian Church of God.
Yeah. RCCG.
RCCG.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you don't give head, yeah?
No.
Triple C Chris says, do you allow your customers to give you head?
Yes, I do. It's their choice. It's their choice if they want to. And
Okay.
they will pay me differently for that.
Wait. Oh, they will pay you differently for making you happy?
Of course.
For giving you pleasure?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's sweet. I mean, go still pay extra. Hey,
Who tell you say it sweets me?
so no, seriously, because I don't know why a girl would want to go down on you and still pay you
Who tell you say
when he's already paying you to satisfy him
Who tell
already.
you say it sweets me? That's why I say it's their choice. If you want
Okay,
to,
it's their choice.
Mm-hmm.
And when they say they want to do it, you charge them extra.
yeah.
Wow, man, you guys. I never knew. So I don't know. So this head they sweet them. Okay, the question I wanted to ask you before is, if you had a younger sister, what would you tell your younger sister about prostitution? What would you advise her about prostitution? Or you understand? Not just the younger sister, the younger ones in general, young girls in general.
My advice to the young ones in general is this: prostitution is not a thing of happiness. It's not something you do and you get happy. Like, I'm not doing that, I'm happy in it. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So I pray. My prayer for all the young ones is that you get contented with what you have.
Okay.
Because just like as I said from the onset, if you're not contented, this is one of the things that pushes us into it. This is one of the things that pushed me into prostitution. So just get contented with what you have. And,
okay.
What again? Just anything they pay you, like you want to work as a sales girl, take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So generally now, your main reason, not just for you now, for most girls going into prostitution, is just not being contented with what they have.
Yeah.
They will have something, but it will not be enough for them. They want to
have this. Yeah, my friend has want to have this too.
Okay, that's why they go into prostitution.
Yeah.
Okay. So what were you doing? How were you coping financially? Because you said you started 5 years ago when you were 20 years old.
Of course.
So how were you coping before you got into prostitution? How were you coping financially?
Then I was living with my siblings, and they were footing my bills, So until I left till I left secondary school, and they were like, okay, now you've grown up, so you have to, fend for yourself. So that's it.
Okay, now, if you get married, would you kiss your husband?
Of course.
You don't kiss your customers, but you kiss that person you love.
Of course.
Okay, I asked you before, I said you believe in love.
Of course.
Okay, so do you think on your own now that you are going to make a good wife?
Sure.
Okay, you will. And then you said not being contented makes you and other girls go into prostitution. Okay, what if you get married to a rich man and then all of a sudden his things change and he becomes broke? That's you now. You will not be contented anymore. Will you go back?
Why? Then I will know. Then I will know I'm married. Then I'm not into competition with anybody any longer.
Because they said once a thief is always a thief. Oh.
Of course.
You understand? So how sure are you that you will leave this prostitution even when you're married? What's giving you that?
I've answered this question over
because
and over
for you,
if you believe in prayers, all things are possible.
Because my dear, for you to the one that shocked me in everything you said here is your budget is 5 million naira. When I'm done with this thing, I'm going to calculate it with my phone because I'm not that good in math. I would have done it now and said it here.
Okay.
I'm going to calculate 15,000 naira into that
nice.
I'm telling you, to know how many men you will sleep with to get that money. So now, let me ask you, how many men have you slept with? Can you count?
I can't.
You can't.
I can't remember.
For the past 5 years, you can't remember.
I can't remember. I don't write them down. So
you do all tribes.
Of course.
Both outside and not circumcised.
Yeah.
And you are from Enugu State.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have friends?
Sure, I do.
Are they all into prostitution too?
Not all.
Most of them.
Most of them.
And the ones that are not into prostitution, do they know you are doing this?
Not all.
They don't. The place you live in, the compound you live in, do you bring men into the house?
No, I don't.
So what you do is just, they don't know what you're into.
They don't know.
So how do you go out at night and come back in the morning without them suspecting? Do they think you work night job? Or you're a nurse or something?
That's their belief. I told them I work in a club as a PRO, so they believe I work in the night.
Oh, okay. Oh, you told them you work in a club as a
PRO.
Because that club now, yeah, I understand, because club is a night thing.
Yeah.
So you can go and come back in the morning. Wow. You go to Redeem Church. Alright, that's okay. So anyway, I don't want to take much of your time now because today is Saturday. And I know your business is always booming during the weekends. And today it rained heavily.
So many men
you will not even sleep with 5 today. Oh. Get ready. 15, 20. Because as I'm talking to you here now, see how I folded my body, I'm catching cold. You get? Okay. I'm catching heavy cold. So I know so many men will be out today. So let me not keep you any much longer. These people are, if you stay here, they won't get tired. They will ask questions from now till tomorrow. So, and then, sorry, before I go, during the day, do you come out to hustle just only at night?
No, I do that only at night because you would meet someone you know during the day.
Okay, during the day you meet someone you know.
Yeah. And
then when you go to club, do you dress like me? I dress like this, polo, fully clothed to the club. No, but when I get there, I see girls like half naked, breasts, bum.
Yeah, you have to wear something that men will get attracted to. You understand? You have to expose your boobs.
Okay.
Wear something short.
Okay, you expose your boobs.
Yeah.
Wear something short. Your ass will be showing you so that they will be attracted.
Yeah.
So there's this question I've been meaning to ask. Okay. Because when I see them at that club, when I see them in the club, when I go to the club and I see all these runs girls, they dress, some of them even be only bra. You understand? So I ask now, how do you see them only with their bra and phone? So how do they, because during the day, do they dress like that to their various houses, or they have a place? So where do they change?
Each of the clubs you go to, it depends. You should have somewhere you drop your bag before you go into the club, because most of the clubs don't allow ladies to take in their bags. So if you're coming, you should have something in your bag. There's something to change.
Okay, and then you have a place to drop the bag.
Drop your bag, yeah.
And it's safe there.
Yeah,
it doesn't get stolen.
Yeah, you pay them.
So once you're leaving the next day, once you're leaving, once you're leaving? We're leaving with the customer in the night, you carry it. Then from that person's house, you wear a decent cloth and
go back home.
Okay. Do you believe in this saying that 80% of Nigerian girls are into runs, but not all of them go to club to hang out?
You don't say 99% are into runs, not all.
Okay, are you girls listening? She says
99%
of Nigerian girls
are into runs.
Even some of you commenting this thing, telling her to give her life to Christ. Hypocrites. I am not judging anybody, you get. I can never judge her. I don't judge people. Do you understand? So what I'm saying is, she said 99% of girls, Nigerian girls, are into runs. And I don't know I don't know all of you, you get. And I'm certain that some of you girls saying, give your life to Christ, go to church, you will contact HIV, ritualists will do this one, blah, blah, blah. So many of you self who are even getting ready. Some of you are rubbing pancake now, getting ready for runs as you are typing these things. You understand? That is why I said Nigerians. A lot of hypocrites, fake ass human beings. I don't judge people. I don't know her story. She's not living my life. I am not living her life. I can only advise her, and it's left for her to do whatever she wants to do. You understand? But I love that at least she's being real. She accepts that yes, this is what she does, and she's willing to share it all with all of us. You've all listened. But the one I am not cool with are these girls that will come here and be talking, insulting her. If guys insult her, no problem, because it's natural. Guys will insult girls. Girls will insult guys. It's natural. But the one that hurts me more is when a fellow woman will be insulting her fellow woman because she's into runs or because she's into... And all of you, any one of you that will come out now and type on this thing now and swear that no man has fucked you and given you money. You don't need to go and stand in the outside club. You don't need to go to club and carry men to be a prostitute. You don't need to stand on the street of Lagos to be a prostitute. You don't need to go and live in a hotel or a brothel to be a prostitute. Madam, if you go to a man's house and he fucks you and when you're about to go, he gives you money, you be a shower. Do you understand? I'm telling you this thing now. That is what you are. So for this cool girl now to come out, you understand? To come out and she's real. She doesn't even care. She doesn't even, as in, she's not hiding anything. She's so real. And then you now, girls, I don't care about guys. Girls, you're calling her names. Shame on you. Anyway, I will not talk too much because Ashao, they know Ashao. So it's normal. I'm going to end this thing now. I'm going to end. It's not easy. Babe, Choma. You said Choma, Abi?
Yeah.
You are brave. Seriously, you are very, 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 very brave. It is not everybody that can do this. I know how many girls I've met. I know how many girls I met. 4 girls today. Upon I told them that I was going to pay them, they still refused. They were not comfortable with this. You understand? Forget these girls calling you name. My own advice is this. I'm just afraid. I'm just scared because what we go through in this country. So many people are ritualists. So you go online and you see so many girls dying. You understand? That one guy or one somewhere from like use them for ritual, cut off their breast, and it's not your portion. Don't get me wrong, but that is just my fear. And I will advise you now. You are a very vibrant, very, very vibrant, pretty young girl. You are educated. You went to school. You cannot. Personally, I can't even manage 10K job. I won't even manage 20. I won't even manage 50. As I'm talking to you, I'm jobless. You understand? Because I can't manage all those ones. So now I know you've saved up some money. When I just advise you to just use this money, start up something doing, then face that your relationship. You understand what I'm saying? Cut off this cost and then live a contented life. Live the life that nobody owns you. You own yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Live your life. If it's Nokia touch you are using it for yourself. Cut off friends. If your friends will make you feel less, make you feel like you don't reach their level, cut them off. Because when your mother gave birth to you, she didn't give birth to those ones. You came alone. And if you die today, you'll be buried alone. You will not be buried with them. Do you understand? So thank you very, very much for giving me this opportunity. Do you understand? For coming here and being real and answering these questions without holding anything back. No holds barred. God will bless you. Just like Amaka said, God will take up your case. God will give you a good chance.
Amen.
And she says she loves you.
I love you too.
You understand? So take care of yourself. Guys, I have to go now. I have to go. Me too. I want to go to my own club. Oh. I want to go to my own club and try to talk to all these men. Let me know if 15 of them can strap it. Anyway, Choma, before I go, someone says, what part of Enugu state are you from?
I'm from Ngo.
Enugu Ngo. Hey, I've been to Ngo before. She says she's from Enugu Ngo. Ugoke Chijoke Victor. She says she's from Enugu Ngo. So, some of you that are just joining now, you came late. We're about wrapping it up, so you can start the live chat from the beginning to listen, because you all ask questions that have been asked and answered. So just start the whole thing from the beginning and get your answers. You understand? So we'll come. I'll try and get someone else. Not now. Maybe next week. Someone different from her. So for now, bye bye guys. Choma, tell them bye bye.
Bye.
Alright now. Good night. Mwah.